is weather or not.
All right, welcome into a wet and windy Wednesday, quite an active weather day. Things going to start settling down here as we head through the rest of this evening and then looking ahead to a more tranquil pattern.
Yeah, and it felt weird to actually have a cold front move through, lightning associated with some of the showers, not to mention also the cold that's going to be coming behind.
Yeah, for sure. So we are going to be drying out as we work our way through the rest of this evening into the overnight hours tonight. We're also going to start to see that dramatic drop in temperatures. That's a very impressive cold front. To see temperature drops like this from 70 into the 30s, and then already looking ahead to our next rain chance, may make it a little bit damp for parts of the weekend.
Yeah, as we go later into Sunday, may get a couple of showers with a quick moving system there. But let's talk about this cold front and give you the first alert, shall we? Because it certainly packed a punch. We had some waves of showers across the region, and how about everything off into eastern North Carolina? Looking pretty impressive there with that cold front earlier today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Thankfully, the best ingredients were severe weather with this front stayed in eastern North Carolina out over the Atlantic Ocean. But now, again, we're on the backside of that front, and that is bringing those gusty winds and that pretty dramatic temperature drop as we head through the rest of this evening into the overnight hours and as we round out the rest of the work week. Yeah, we're done with that widespread rain today, but yeah, it's impressive enough to see those temperatures go from the low 70s today into the low 50s tomorrow. More impressive, though, is the low 70s we had this afternoon compared to the low 30s we're going to be dealing with by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and keep in mind a little bit of a breeze sticking around for tomorrow morning. Wind chills in the 20s, so kind of a 360, a complete flip of script here as we go into that forecast for tomorrow, and then we'll start to warm up as we head a little bit more into the weekend. Speaking of weekend, let's give you the first alert. Not that bad of a Saturday, a busy Saturday in town too.
Yeah, a lot more parades going on around town. A lot of holiday parties going to be taking place this weekend. And again, Friday night, Saturday night, all looking pretty good, although we will start to see those clouds thickening up. We'll also see those milder temperatures heading into this weekend into the 60s. And then we start to bring in some of those shower chances heading into Sunday.
Yeah, and I'm still not fully sold on Sunday being a gloomy day. New data this morning came in and continued to push later and later. We'll have to kind of fine tune that as we go through. Let's go coast to coast. And what I love is a lot of you told us you loved this segment when we did our live podcast. So let's continue to do it. How about yesterday's temperatures extremes? Hidalgo, Texas, 91 degrees.
Lake George, Colorado, 15 below zero. I'm just happy that we have two new spots
right
on the list today.
And Hidalgo is known for ice production. You want to know something fun about this? Back when they didn't know how to refrigerate produce vehicles, they would actually sculpt ice that they would get in the area, and they would use that to keep the produce cool on those hot summer days in the back of a produce truck.
All in Hidalgo, Texas.
All in Hidalgo, Texas.
Probably would have been a more profitable business in Lake George, Colorado.
Yeah, that's true.
With 15 below zero. But yeah, cool stuff. And again, happy to see Peter Sinks knocked off the list here for the cold spot.
Let's take you over to the West Coast, shall we? And as we do so, a pretty strong low pressure system worked in overnight and continues to work in as we go into Thursday. Some snow showers across portions there of Oregon. Also looking at some of the rain across Sacramento, San Francisco. That's going to bring the temperatures down as we head into Thursday.
Yeah, you can see that little cool pocket there associated with that low pressure blowing on shore, 40s and 50s. There from San Francisco all the way up into Seattle and Portland. Unfortunately, we didn't see this system bringing any significant rain or measurable rain down into Southern California, and that is where they need it, especially in and around the Malibu area where they continue to battle a pretty impressive wildfire there. This is in the hills outside of Malibu. There are some mandatory evacuations underway in that area, and so far the Franklin fire has tripled in size in just 1 hour's time when it broke out back on Monday, and again 0% contained so far.
That's the scary fact there. Anytime you get no containment with the fire, that's why you see the rapid spreading of that fire, and it continues as many people shelter in place there as fire crews continue to work. The university there actually, once again, having strict wildfire protocol and sending thousands of students to two campus buildings to kind of wait things out. That was also the thing there in Pepperdine, California's Franklin Fire, like you said, near the Pepperdine University Library on campus. They continue to seek shelter in just a scary situation as fire season continues, and they could desperately, like you said, use some of that rain that we picked up on earlier today. Hopefully they'll get some coming their way in the next week or two.
Yeah, it does look like eventually a more active weather pattern will start to shape up there across Southern California, likely as we head a little bit later into the month of December. Let's take you now into the Northeast, where the system that we dealt with today also blasted parts of the Northeast into New England with big time wind, especially there for Long Island into Massachusetts, some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and power outages in spots. That system blowing out of there behind it. And here we go again. It's been a familiar story since Thanksgiving. The cold blowing over the warm lakes, and lake effect snow is back once again. Rochester, Buffalo, notice over to Erie and Jamestown, some of those lake effect snow bands blowing as we head through the day on Thursday.
And we talked about that cold air that's going to be coming in. Yeah, you're going to see highs tomorrow. Some of you not even getting out of the low 20s. Cleveland, 22 degrees. Pittsburgh, 27. And then you go up into Burlington, 34 degrees. Let's take you to one of those forecasts. How about New York City as that chill starts to work in here?
Yeah, a lot of folks enjoy taking that trip up to New York City this time of the year, that $69 Spirit flight.
Ooh.
Fly up on a Thursday, back on a Sunday, one of my favorite weekend trips. You can see things are looking chilly up there in the Big Apple. Temperatures into the 30s by day, 20s by night. May get a little bit of wet weather as we head into the weekend and early next week, but no real big weather makers there for the Big Apple.
All right, that's the Northeast. Let's take it out to the Midwest as we continue coast to coast. Once again, you'll see maybe just some bands of snow as we go into portions of Illinois. Basically, behind that low pressure system, a weak little clipper comes through. That'll bring some flakes and flurries, some clouds as well as we go to your Thursday. Clear though in Kansas City. Look at the temperatures coming in. Whew, 1 degree there in International Falls, 3 in Duluth, and yeah, still single digits down in Minneapolis, 8 degrees.
Why not, my not? 3 lonely degrees for a high temperature. You can see those teens extending all the way down into Chicago, a high temperature of 14, even by Chicago standards. That is certainly on the cold side. Notice over towards Denver, though, kind of missing out on some of that cold. Those temperatures right around that 50-degree mark heading into the day on Thursday. A little bit of a cool down for Friday, but overall not too bad by Denver standards. Kind of a steady forecast, which is a little bit unusual for Denver this time of the year.
I was about to say Denver picked up on a little bit of snow earlier this month. They've kind of held in the mild category. They're waiting for some more snow as ski season continues over there. Over in the Southwest, yeah, more clouds. We'll call this the snooze fest, if you will, because we do have some high pressure just trying to work out of here. We'll get some clouds, but really doesn't add up to much as we go into the forecast for Thursday.
Yeah, really doesn't. And again, we were talking about that Malibu fire. A couple of clouds, maybe a sprinkle or light shower down towards LA and San Diego heading into late in the day Thursday. Not really going to be enough. And it's mainly just a cloud forecast there across Texas, and temperatures, again, snooze fest. Pretty typical for this time of the year. 71 in Corpus Christi for Thursday, 60 in Abilene, Texas, 62 in Dallas, and then we'll see those 70s there from Phoenix over to Tucson.
All right, let's bring you back closer to home. We'll go to the southeast. This is where we look at that cold front, the clouds working away from it. We'll wake up tomorrow under clear skies. That breeze lingers around across the entire southeast thanks to the cold front that pushed through. The breeze will begin to ease up as we go throughout the day, but we like to call this severe clear.
Yeah, severe clear, and we'll call it seasonably cool for tomorrow. Notice low 50s across the Carolinas. That's pretty much on par for where we should be for this time of the year. Nothing too dramatic, certainly noticeably cooler than what we dealt with today. But we're going to kind of miss out on the real core of that cold that's there up across the upper Midwest that we were talking about. But I think it's interesting when you go into today in weather history, it's sort of a snapshot of just how crazy December weather can be around here. You go back to 1958, December 11th, 5 inches of snow in Florence, 2 inches in Wilmington. Eastern North Carolina, how about that? 12 to 19 inches of snow, even in the Grand Strand. I was looking around this morning, picking up about an inch of snow and even a trace of snow all the way down in Beaufort, South Carolina on this day in 1958.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Why not? We also look, I think, complete opposite.
Yeah.
2007, how about a record high temperature of 80 degrees set in Florence? Once again, December could be a very bipolar weather month. It's very active with cold fronts coming through, and you can get some of that warm air coming in. We saw warm air even today. It was cloudy. It was kind of a dirty warm up. But 70s, I think we got up to 73 in Myrtle Beach before that cold front moved through.
Yeah, would much rather be talking about snow than 70s. Speaking of snow.
Oh, we're all dreaming of it, right? Meteorologist Matt Bullitt, in our segment of Check This Out, tells you White Christmas here in South Carolina and Myrtle Beach. How common is it, and will we ever have a chance to see it in our lifetime?
1989 was the only time we've seen a white Christmas here along the Grand Strand and the PD. But what about this year? NOAA created a graphic showing the probability of seeing a white Christmas. And looking at the Deep South and the Southeast, you can tell not a chance of seeing a white Christmas. There's a slim chance here along the Appalachian Mountains. But if you want to see a white Christmas this year, you want to head north into Minnesota, head west over the Rocky Mountains, or even head northwest into Alaska. And looking at the cities to go to see a white Christmas, head out to Fairbanks, Alaska, as they have a 100% chance of seeing a white Christmas this year. If you head up to Marquette, Michigan in the UP, 96%, Duluth, Minnesota, 92%, Fargo, North Dakota, 78%, Denver, Colorado is kind of flipping a coin at 50%, 42% at Cleveland, Chicago at 41%, Pittsburgh at 22%. New York City was actually kind of shocked with this year. They only have a 12% chance of seeing a white Christmas, so nothing like the movie Elf. Philadelphia, 8%, Charlotte, 2%, and here along Myrtle Beach, less than 1%. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yes, but it's very, 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 very low. And pretty much that's all thanks to a La Nina pier that pretty much gives us a warmer and drier winter season. So better luck next year, but for this year, not so much. We're not expecting any white Christmases here along the Grand Strand and the PD this year.
I'm low-key shocked New York's not a little bit higher.
And a fun fact about the less than 1% chance in Myrtle Beach. It is the one white Christmas that we've ever had in 1989 that kept us from being 0.0%.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah, just the one in the history of Myrtle Beach.
So when we get one this year, we'll be able to raise it up, right?
And we'll be able to say what a wrong forecast that was.
Let's go to your See It, Snap It, Sit It. We'll continue to wish here as we show you some of our favorites. Tina coming in, clear skies, and I'll be honest with you, I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a view like this.
Yeah, that looks good. It looks like the inlet.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like the inlet.
I think it is the inlet.
Huntington Beach State Park, it looks like, maybe.
Beautiful photo there. Of course, you could see some sunshine, which we'll get later this week.
Yep.
Can't wait there. Also, we've been doing this thing on our newscasts and weathercasts, light up the night.
Love it.
I am obsessed.
Yeah, it's fun.
How about this? This coming in from Angie, and I'm a sucker for clear Christmas lights. Like, I like the old school color look.
Yeah.
But if it could be clean like this,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, that's a good look. That's a good look. And we're going to be showing those pictures on the air. We'll be showing some more on here as well. Submit them at WNBFnews.com. You can also send them to the WNBF Weather app. And again, for a chance to win a free annual gym membership, you have until the 20th to submit those pictures. We'll be announcing that grand prize winner coming up on the 23rd. But so far, really good response. I'm surprised yours isn't in there.
I'm not eligible. I've already asked.
We need to show yours just for the fun of it.
Maybe we could do that in the Friday happy hour. That would
Sounds
be fun.
good. Yeah.
And it always looks better too. Christmas lights look better in person than they do in the photos.
Always.
Always. Yeah. So that's going to do it for us here on Whether or Not. A lot more coming your way tomorrow. And once again, don't miss us on Friday for this week's Friday happy hour.